Welcome to another informative episode of Housing Development. As humanity celebrates women this year's International Women's Day on March 8, Housing Development celebrates many fabulous women for their impressive careers and achievements across the housing and mortgage sector. Line up for today: what challenges do women in the housing industry face? What risks are associated with their job? Plus, the high cost and long processes of land registration in Nigeria with the MD of Infinity Trust Mortgage Bank. I am Flora, your housing diva. I'll be back in a moment. You're watching Housing Development. Welcome back. Now let's see the news making rounds in the housing sector. The spread of coronavirus globally has adversely affected the real estate and construction world, as the operatives are grappling with project delays and rising cost of materials. It was gathered that Chinese manufacturers and shipping are almost coming to a halt following several precautions adopted by the authorities. There are also mounting concerns over ordering supplies and fixtures from China, where the industrial city of Wuhan is the heart of the corona outbreak. Industry experts say that in the coming months, some contractors may have to turn to other expensive sources, risking project cost overruns if they're unable to purchase materials from Chinese manufacturers. China has been a major source for cheaper building materials. The supply chain problems have started to emerge for products like steel, millwork, plumbing fixtures, electrical fittings, among many others. Properties worth over billions of naira has been seized in Lagos State, Nigeria by the Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria, AMCON. The property belonged to 12 alleged debtors who owe the Nigerian government sums running into billions of naira. Taking journalists round some of the seized properties, AMCON's Receiver Managers Council, Benga Dosumu, noted that despite government's efforts, some of the alleged debtors had refused to liquidate their debts. AMCON enforcement units and sheriffs of the Federal High Court, Lagos, protected by police officers, sealed up the properties in execution of an April 11, 2019 order of Justice Rewan Aikawa. Owners of the seized properties were advised to approach AMCON and seek to rectify their title. Nigerian real estate sector recorded the fastest growth yet since 2016 at 2.36% for the year ended December 2019. The fourth quarter report by the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) shows, despite ending 2019 in contraction mode, the growth reported by the property sector last year was 4.5% better than the 6.86% recorded in the comparable period of 2016. The year NBS started collating data for the industry. The adjustment to the new balance between property buyers and sellers was one of the factors why the property industry outperformed its growth performance in the last 3 years. Analysis of the NBS report shows that Nigeria's property industry recorded a growth of 3.45% in the last quarter of 2019. To read the full details of the news, visit www.africanhousingnews.com. The Nigerian construction industry is typically a male-dominated industry and presents a major challenge for equal opportunities for women. The construction sector has a low participation rate for women, but in recent years, it is clear that women have cut through every industry that once were only dominated by men. What challenges do women in the construction industry face, and how can these barriers be addressed? The Director General of Federation of Construction Industry, FOSIL, will enlighten us more on this report.
The Nigerian construction industry has a low rate of women participation. Research shows that despite increases in the number of women employed in construction over the past years, they still constitute less than 22% of the workforce. It is believed that women in construction are confronted by a significant number of barriers. Is this really the case? Engineer Olubunmi Adekoje, Director General, Federation of Construction Industry, believes women are making progress in the construction industry, but more can still be done. She says being in the industry for a woman is a matter of interest.
I think sometimes it could be almost a misconception that not many women, we might be fewer than men, but women are there. There are a substantial number of women in the construction industry. And you find that it's a matter of interest. If people are not interested, if by nature in a particular course of study, you can't fault them. So it could be a matter of interest.
In talking about challenges women face on site, she says the nature of work at the construction site is physical, demanding, but the bulk of the handwork are done by female artisans and they are on the rise in the industry. She says the nature of the job is not a limitation for women.
You know, the nature of work on the construction site is physical. However, as one progresses, it becomes more mental. You have to go to the site, you have to do the practical. But as you rise, your career can change. Your career can progress. You become more of it is more of a mental work in the office, directing others. But you cannot direct if you don't actually understand what goes on the site.
Female resource represents about half of Nigeria's human resources. For optimal utilization of human resources, gender equality and equity, it is considered that women should be adequately represented in the construction industry, which is the prime motivator of the country's economy. How can this be achieved?
A woman exerts physical energy in every sphere of her life. A woman is a wife, she's a mother, she's a teacher at the home, she's a cleaner, she's a caregiver for her ill parents. Women are strong naturally and they can multitask. So I don't see the physical nature of a job being a disadvantage to the women. It is the interest that matters.
It is believed that if the right attention is paid to enlightening and empowering women, the participation of women in the industry will increase over time.
I'm Leilani Farha, the UN Special Rapporteur, and I hope you'll keep watching the Housing Development Program.
It is absolutely clear that women have come through many industries that once were only dominated by men. All right, moving on. Our guest of the week is the MD CEO of Infinity Trust Mortgage Bank PLC, as he speaks on issues of high costs and long processes of land registration in Nigeria. Take a listen.
The Chief Executive Officer, Infinity Trust Mortgage Bank PLC, Dr. Olabanjo Obaleye, has decried the process of land administration in Nigeria, lamenting that successive state governments has made the process of land acquisition very cumbersome and expensive, hence making mortgage unaffordable for many Nigerians.
Mortgage business should be a vehicle to homes affordability to people. Instead of looking for a full cash to pay for a home, with good mortgage system, you can pay for that home in 20 and 30 years. You pay bit by bit to own your home, which is what is applicable in advanced society, unlike what we have in Nigeria. Now, land is being seen by governments, by various governors, as their own oil, which the process of accessing it is expensive and is cumbersome. This makes mortgage seriously unaffordable to many Nigerians.
He also noted that the high cost and long process of land registration in Nigeria is the biggest problem faced by mortgage industry, emphasizing on the need to establish land use and interim committee by various state governments to administer land on their behalf. These, he says, would ease problems and duties of land administration, thereby making the entire process very easy.
There are supposed to be a land use and administration committee set up by each state government to administer the land on their behalf. Most states didn't establish this, because this would have relieved most of the duties and problems of land administration from the governor. Governor would have had more time to concentrate on other strategic issues like securities, development of the state, all those things. But most governments administer it by themselves. So it takes time. It makes things a bit difficult for us in the mortgage sector. Because for me to give you a mortgage loan to buy a house, you must have a valid title. If you don't have valid title, it becomes difficult for me. There are many things, many addictives, value addictions that you can get from making the access to land easy and cost efficient to whoever is accessing it. You create job opportunity for so many people. You have data to capture whatever initiative on housing you want to do.
Dr. Olabanjo, however, advised governments to put in place necessary infrastructure that will enable efficient land administrative system in the country.
It's a fantastic initiative.
It's about the whole of Nigeria, the whole of West Africa.
It has contributed a lot towards the development of housing.
It gives all of the stakeholders a chance.
Each year getting bigger and bigger.
Welcome back. The Minister of Works and Housing has commended the immediate past president of RIDAN, Sovio Gochukuchime. This was made known by the MD of Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, who represented the Minister at the investiture ceremony of the new RIDAN president. Take a listen.
I must commend the outgoing president, Reverend Gochukuchime, a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Estate Surveyors, and his executives for their tremendous efforts, tenacity, and sense of purpose in making RIDAN what it is today. Reverend Chino is a man of integrity, and his professionalism is outstanding. While he was at the helm of affairs, RIDAN was able to achieve stronger relations with stakeholders through its collaborative efforts. The determination of the Reverend Chime-led executives paved way for the incoming president and his team, who will consolidate on this in order to achieve the goals of the association. I also commend the association for its contribution towards housing delivery across the country. This has been achieved because the association has not relented in its efforts in ensuring that its members have the requisite qualifications and experience to handle the estate developments.
My name is Dorothy Baziwe, and I encourage you all to keep on watching the Housing Development Program. Thank you.
Welcome back. Renting an apartment is never an easy task. What is more frustrating is the manner of discrimination prospective tenants are subjected to. As if the stress of house hunting is not enough, some landlords compound the words of rentals who are single ladies, making it seemingly impossible for them to get an apartment of their choice just because of their marital status. Why do some landlords discriminate against renting their apartment to single ladies? That is occurs on Voices on the Street today.
I think it's because they think they want to use it for a ladies' business, like hustling. So, and I don't think most of the landlord will appreciate giving their house for, sex business. Yeah, so I think that's it. That's the reason why they don't want to.
Ladies, they are the cause of the problem why some people don't like giving single ladies home. Because some single ladies have numerous boyfriends. Today you see them with pink, tomorrow yellow, blue. They don't keep one guys, you understand? One guy, they like going out with plenty guys. So some landlords, especially those landlords that like doing church things, as in those born again. Yeah.
I think they're asking to know because some ladies are troublesome, and then sometimes they want to know the kind of people they are keeping in their houses. Whether there are people who will stay at home at night or people who will go out and then wouldn't come back for days. I'm sure it's just for security reasons and to be sure of the person's level of morality.
I would say it goes diverse ways, and then also depends on individuals. Because I feel the perception they have about single ladies is the fact that, okay, I really don't know where she makes her money from. But if you are a landlord and you have houses to give out, your main problem should be, okay, you should be able to pay me my rent.
Whatever reason given for the subtle gender discrimination is not justifiable. Either single or married, everyone has a right to rent an apartment.
Are you looking to purchase low-cost houses? Then grab this opportunity to become your own landlord. For as low as 1 million naira, you can own a studio flat, 1-bedroom terrace bungalow, 2-bedroom semi-detached bungalow, or even a 3-bedroom terrace bungalow in Nasarawa State, Ogun, Kano, Kaduna, and Delta State. Don't miss this opportunity. For more inquiries, call 0813-241-4810 or 0816-638-4591.
You're watching Housing Development. Abumet Nigeria Limited, one of the leading providers of aluminium and glass solutions in Nigeria, has recently launched a new product, Evonic Glass Production Line. Housing Development was at the event.
As part of efforts towards using local content and improving quality and value for its customers, Abumet Nigeria Limited, a company under Julius Baja Nigeria PLC, has launched a new product and commissioned the production line. The launching and commissioning of the company's latest product, named Evonic Glass, held at the premises of Abumet's factory recently in Abuja. Speaking at the event, the chairman, board of directors of Abumet, who is also the managing director of Eternal PLC, Mahmoud Tukur, stated that the Evonic Glass would revolutionize the building industry as it is processed and assembled in Nigeria.
I'm delighted to stand before you on behalf of the entire Abumet board to announce the official launch of our proprietary new product, Evonic Glass, a premium double-glazed glass line. Evonic Glass looks to revolutionize the building industry in Nigeria, eliminating long lead times and high import costs for quality double-glazed glass.
While giving his speech as a special guest of honor at the event, the Honorable Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Otumba Adeniyi Adebayo, commended the brains behind the Evonic Glass and affirmed the ministry's support and commitment towards encouraging more of such initiatives.
The establishment of this Evonic Glass production line is the right step in this direction. The construction industry is a vital channel for achieving our socio-economic goals of providing shelter and infrastructure, job creation, and poverty alleviation due to its multiplier effect on other sectors. Its ability to put a large number of unskilled, semi-skilled, and skilled labor to work and create assets which can be used as leverage or as a store of value. This is why the growth of the construction sector is a key focus area for us in the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment.
On his part, Abumet's head of technical research, Thomas Howard, stated that the company was committed to using locally sourced materials in the Ebony glass line without compromising on quality and acceptable standards in the industry.
Ebony glass is a combination of two words, namely evolution and Nigeria. This product is not just improvement of existing offerings in the market, it's a combination of the latest technology and the skilled and committed Nigerian team.
The production line was also commissioned by the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Otumba Adeniyi Adebayo, just as production processes were demonstrated for those in attendance.
I'm Debbie Erb. I work for OPIC in the United States, and keep watching the Affordable Housing Development Program.
Welcome back. The 14th Abuja International Housing Show this year will set a new record with more than 600 exhibitors from 17 countries. Abuja International Housing Show is the ultimate meeting point for industry leaders, housing finance executives, senior policymakers and investors to collaborate, build partnership and shape the housing and construction future. You have an opportunity of being an exhibitor on the floor of the venue. Now here are reasons why you should exhibit.
Abuja International Housing Show brings an amazing opportunity to exhibit, network, develop new business relationships, and make sales. Here are things you must know about Abuja International Housing Show. The Abuja International Housing Show is Africa's biggest building and construction show, with more than 15,000 participants and over 400 exhibitors from 21 countries. Its large international participation provides excellent opportunities for global sharing of knowledge, expertise, products, and best practices. Abuja International Housing Show brings together industry leaders, investors, buyers, and entrepreneurs to develop markets and business partnerships. The event gives you access to leading-edge technical information, equipment exhibition, and valuable new professional contacts from around the world. It brings participants opportunity to introduce new products and meet the right buyers. The event has paraded the highest number of professionals and government functionaries, including the Vice President, Senate Presidents, State Governors, Ministers, members of the National Assembly, among others. The event creates opportunities for direct engagement with financiers, potential partners, and investors from outside Nigeria. Abuja International Housing Show, the largest housing expo in Africa.
From visibility to credibility, exhibiting at a trade show has hundreds of benefits for your business. That is why the Abuja International Housing Show, the largest housing and construction event in Africa, has created the best platform and a very profitable choice to establish a presence, whether big or small, for your company. Abuja International Housing Show gives you a powerful platform for meeting new customers, reaching out to your existing clientele, and building a more established and reliable brand. The 2020 Abuja International Housing Show will hold from the 21st to the 24th of July 2020 at the International Conference Center, Abuja, Nigeria. For registration, visit www.ihsabuja.com or call 081-665-70090.